We're going to start in Supta Baddha. So go ahead and grab your bed pillow, or if you're using a bolster, use your bolster. Our two blocks, and maybe a small pillow or a blanket to put behind your head. So just going to take that pillow, the short end you want to have towards you, and then this, if you're using a blanket, I like to do what's called Trifold Blankets. So having the short side towards you and then folding it to the middle and then folding it over again and bringing it to the back of your pillow or your bolster. And then go ahead and sit in front of the short end of your bolster pillow. And then whether it's blankets or books or blocks, something to support your outer legs. And if your hips are pretty open, you might not need that. But we're going to recline back. And if you don't have any props at all, you can definitely do these postures without. But feel free, like always, make any shifts, adjustments you need to adapt so that it feels supportive for you. We definitely don't want to feel a sense of strain or struggle while we're going through these practices. So really allow yourself to tap in and feel what you're needing today. But we're going to start here to open up the practice. And go ahead and allow your physical eyes to close. And connect the tip of your tongue to the roof of your mouth, somewhere between the two front teeth and the soft palate. And by making that connection, some yogis say that that connects us to our third eye or sixth chakra, or just links a circuit. And we'll start to feel our breath here. Feel for your breath drawing in through the nose. Exhaling out the nose and the mouth. I'm going to encourage you to let the exhale be longer than the inhale. So some of you might choose to count the breath, inhaling for 2, 4 to 6 counts, and then exhaling out 4, 6 to 8 counts. And allow yourself to hear your breath. And just do an internal body scan. If you notice any areas that feel tight, stiff, sore, achy, I encourage you to focus on breathing into those areas, sending oxygen, blood flow there. Relax your eyes back into your sockets. Maybe in this moment, as we are stepping into that solstice energy and that completion of that 800-year cycle of earth energy to start a new cycle, 800 years in air. Just honoring all that has been, all that is now, all that's yet to come. The Ram, the Vishnu, the Shiva. Maybe ask for guidance in clearing anything that might feel like stagnation or stuck energy. Let's go ahead and bring our hands together in a triangle position. So we'll touch our thumbs and our index finger pads to touch, and we're going to frame our our belly button, our navel with our hands. And I just encourage you to focus on breathing there. So you can feel that gentle rise on the inhale. Relax, softening on the exhale. It doesn't have to be a lot of pressure, but you might, as you exhale out, just kind of just gently press into the belly just to support that elimination. What are you releasing from the depths of your solar plexus? How can you step out of a space that feels maybe forced or dominating or trying to control, to step into a place that's more of the flow and ease? It's the masculine and feminine energies we have within us. Just breathe. Om Gam Ganapataye Namaha. Om Gam Ganapataye Namaha. Om Gam Ganapataye Namaha. Om Gam Ganapataye Namaha. Now you might start to kind of create some circles around your belly, starting from your right hip, move up to your, just below your right rib cage, to your left rib cage, down to your left hip and underneath your belly button. So we're gonna make some clockwise circles. So following that digestive tract, you might inhale as the hands draw up and exhale as the hands circle down. Supporting that natural flow, that natural rhythm within you. Sharanam, Sharanam, Ganesha, Ganesha, Sharanam, Sharanam, Ganesha, Ganesha, Sharanam, Sharanam, Ganesha, Ganesha, Sharanam, Sharanam, Ganesha. Just go ahead and let your hands rest, that framing, that upside down triangle around your navel. Just breathe. Feel the energy. Om Ganesha. Ganesha. Take a full breath in, breathe out your mouth. Ha. Om Ganesha. Jai Ganesha. And if you can bring our hands together in front of the heart, that Anjali Mudra, mudra of balance and harmony. Keep a little space between the palms to extend your heart into that space. Om Gam Ganapataye Namaha. Om Gam Ganapataye Namaha. Om Gam Ganapataye Namaha. Om Gam Ganapataye Namaha. Go ahead and move those hands from your heart up to that spot between your two eyebrows, connecting that space. Ganesha. Jai Ganesha. Now we're going to add a little movement. Move your hands back in front of your heart, Anjali Mudra. Om Ganesha. Jai Ganesha. Go ahead and frame your belly button with that upside down triangle again, just like we started when we were breathing. We're just going to move our hands with the mantra, starting at the belly. Gam Ganapataye Namaha. Then go ahead and move your hands up to your heart again. Gam Ganapataye Namaha. Your hands up to your third eye or your forehead spot. Back down to your heart. Stay at your heart. Breathe. What are you clearing? So you can be more open to receive what's ready. It's already here. It's waiting for you. Sometimes we just have to open our hearts to be ready to receive it. Clear those obstacles. So if you do have any blocks underneath your legs, go ahead and remove those blocks, and then use your hands and go ahead and support, drawing your knees together. All right, and then from here, let's do a little windshield wiper knees. So we're gonna drop our knees to one side. Inhale, center, drop our knees to the other side. Inhale, center. Exhale, release. Inhale, center, exhale, release. And then wherever you are with that leg movement, just go ahead and keep your legs to the right. And we're gonna roll to the right. We're gonna support our head on our right arm. Just let your left leg stack on top of your right, relaxing into the earth. Take a moment to feel and hear your own heart. And then we're going to press the palms down and slowly come up to seated. Let your head come up last. All right, so we're going to just come to a comfortable seated position from here. If you want to sit on a block or if you want to sit on your pillow, you can. We're going to just do a little bit for the head and the neck. All right, so just coming into a comfortable Sukhasana position. And if you need to support your legs, you can bring those blocks underneath your legs. Okay. All right, now if we have our palms facing down, some yogis say that supports grounding us or connecting us to earth energy, right? Which is good. And then palms facing up, that can be also that more receptive or ether or sky energy. So kind of just feel what you're feeling naturally to place the hands. And then we're gonna just bring both shoulder blades back. And then we're gonna exhale, bow the chin to the chest. And we're gonna just do 2 head rolls to the right, nice and slow, releasing the lower jaw from the upper jaw. Exhale down. Inhaling up, and then just take time to reverse. And you can feel like your collarbones are widening, almost as if your collarbones were smiling as you bring the back of your heart back. Okay, then we're gonna go to neck release from here. So go ahead and wrap the right arm over the top of the head, and you're gonna just gently draw your head to the right. Now, if you have your left hand on your left leg, you can keep it there. Maybe you touch whatever you're seated on or are able to touch the ground. And we're going to just feel our shoulders slide down from our ears. And we can open and close the jaw. And we can look up to the sky and down to the earth. Pause. Pause at any new stretch, new sensation. Just exhale any tension there. Okay, and then let's bring the right fingertips to the right side of the head and slowly bring the head to center. Release the arm down. If you have your legs crossed, just go ahead and extend your legs out. Switch the Sukhasana, opposite leg in front. Place your hands on your legs, bow your chin to your chest. Just feel your spine lifting up out of your pelvis and your tailbone relaxing down. We're going to wrap the left forearm over the top of the head and draw the head to the left. Just relax the shoulders down from the ears. Open and close the jaw. You feel like you're smiling with your collarbones. And then we can move the head up towards the sky and down towards the earth. Pause. Pause at any new sensation, right? Just allowing your heart to move up into the throat. When we speak, are we speaking from our hearts? Are we letting the mind drop in? Are we speaking from our ego? Or our intellect, I should say. Both can be helpful, but in the moment, are we trying to survive? Or are we trying to love? Where is it coming from? Sometimes we get confused in the moment. That's okay, we're human. We're going to bring that left hand to the left side of the head and then slowly bring the head back to center and then gently release. And let's just do some arm circles. So if you're having any challenges with your shoulders today, I'm going to encourage you, we'll start with the left fingertips at the left shoulder. If your shoulders feel pretty open, you could reach that left arm up and completely straight and just start to circle. Either it's circling the arm, just like 4 or 6, or it might just be from the elbow. So this could feel a little more supportive. So once you've done 4 or 6 rotations one direction, you might do a little bit of both. A little bit of both could feel good. You can reverse. I'm kind of anchoring myself with my right hand so I don't over twist with my spine. Can feel kind of nice. Okay, and then when you're complete, let's just reverse. So again, either right fingertips to shoulder, circling the shoulder back, or full arm. If you're painting, what color are you painting the space around you today, right? Take time to reverse. Ancient teachings say that our intuition we actually have when we come into this life. We're most sensitive, we're most open, we're most available to see all things when we first come into the life. So actually, the younger beings are coming in with the most wisdom. And then that when we move on in life, we start to forget. So coming back to that part of self, right? When we were playing and creating and imagining that maybe that was actually just our intuition speaking through us. Okay, and then when you feel complete, just come to that resting place. Okay, we're gonna move into child's pose from here. So when you're ready, bring that big pillow in front of you. If any of you are feeling any knee discomfort, you might put a blanket or a small pillow under your knees. If you've experienced any knee surgery or are experiencing knee pain, I would encourage putting that blanket behind your knees. Yeah. And then you could stack this up. So if you have multiple pillows, you could stack them up. If you have something to lift your head up a little, right? More props is good to start in a restorative posture because you can always add as well, but allow yourself to feel really supported. So as you relax into it, you can just kind of let the props go, right? So we're going to lengthen our spine. We're going to exhale, lay down, and then let our head just look to one side. And I'm going to encourage you to have something under touching your belly. So whether it's that pillow that's underneath you or the ground, if you do have an extra pillow or blanket, especially if your belly's not touching, I would just help make that connection there. And then feel your shoulders slide down from your ears. And then take some time to spread your fingers and spread your toes. Inhaling through the nose, exhaling out the mouth. So yogis say child's pose is the posture of complete surrender. So as we move into the winter in the northern hemisphere, might kind of feel like we're moving into a cave. Maybe a cocoon, chrysalis, butterfly, preparing to come back out in the spring. I'd almost feel like you're in a cocoon here. And we'll start with the heart. Relaxing the heart. You might even feel for the rhythm of your own heart. And come back to that even count inhale, even count exhale. And invite the exhale to be longer than your inhale. And then we're going to just look to the other side. So when you're ready, press your palms down, lift your torso up. Stretch your spine, look to the opposite side so we get that opposing neck stretch. But still feeling that support in the posture. And at any time, if you need to shift or come all the way up, if this gets to be a lot for your knees, you could actually bring your legs forward, and I'll show you what that looks like. If you need to, you could bring your legs forward, kind of like a Baddha Konasana, right? And still get that back stretch, whatever you're needing. So you can feel your shoulders sliding down from your ears and spreading your fingers and your toes. Exhale out. And any energy that's coming up, or maybe something wants to move, audible exhale. Just offer it to that fiery center, that magma of the earth. Just allow it to transform there. Release so it can come back to you, matching who you are in this moment now and who you're becoming. Okay, and then let's bring our hands back by our knees, rotate our head to center. And you can look forward past the front of your mat. And then exhale, round the spine. Your head come up last. Okay, we're gonna go into mountain pose from here. So go ahead and slide your blanket out to the side. You're gonna bring a pillow, something to put underneath your knees. If you have yoga blocks. You're going to put one block on the third level, one block on the second level to start. You could always lower them down. And then you can do that with, you can support yourself with pillows or just lay on your back. Little Miss Kali. So from here, we're going to exhale, recline back, putting the shoulder blades on the first block and bringing your head on top block. And you want to feel that your shoulder blades are supported and that your head is supported. And if this feels like too much, you could always lower the props down. And then having something underneath your legs is going to support your back. Underneath the knees, or maybe it's closer up to the sit bones. And then once you have your props set, you might lift up your hips and send your tailbone forward and then set your hips down. You might do that a couple of times, just if there's any tension in the sacrum, you just want to let it go. Sometimes by just lifting up, let's go. Okay, and then we're going to have our arms out to the side. First, we're going to reach with the arms. So just reaching down towards your feet, one arm and then the other. And you might feel as you reach through your arms that your head gently wants to move from side to side. So this could feel like you're massaging out the back of the head, base of the skull. It's a great moment to feel your eyes relax back into the sockets and then let your lower jaw release from your upper jaw. You could do that a couple of times. And then just let yourself come to stillness. And then we're going to just do pronation, supination with those arms. So we're going to rotate our palms down and then our palms up. So you can feel the finger pads on the ground. And then the fingernails on the ground. Then feel that movement more in your hands. And then what does it feel like if you're initiating more from your shoulders? Does it feel like it kind of massages out your upper back against that prop that's underneath your shoulder blades? Right? And then we're going to just let our palms face up again. Let's connect our thumb and our index finger pad, Chin Mudra, Mudra of Wisdom, tapping to that wisdom within and around. Reconnect the tip of your tongue to the roof of your mouth. And feel your breath. Hear your breath like a seashell or wind tunnel. Now staying here, just listening to your breath might feel good, or offering that heart kriya next. So you bring your hands together in front of your heart, let your thumbs rest on your sternum, just like we practiced earlier during that Ganesha mantra. Have some space between your palms and feel your heart extend into your hands. Just as you're holding your own heart, let that be a reminder to also hold the hearts around you gently. Then we're going to move, inhale, reaching the fingertips to the sky. Keep the shoulder blades relaxed back. Then we're going to exhale, just bring the thumbs back to the heart. Again, inhale, reaching towards the sky. Exhale, thumbs to the heart. Now you could repeat that, just keeping the palms facing in, or we could bring in that cactus arm. Open the shoulders more, we can reach up. Rotate the palms forward. Exhale, bend the elbows to the earth. Inhale, extend the arms up, palms facing in. Exhale, thumbs to the heart. Inhale to expand. Inhale. Exhale, drawing the energy in. We do one more of those. And then when you feel complete, just let your arms rest out to the sides, palms facing up. And then we're going to think about coming out of this posture. So when you're ready, just slowly move your fingers and your toes. And then we can rotate then wrists and ankles a few times each direction, nice and slowly. Again, just moving like you're moving through water. And then come back to stillness. And then we're going to go to the left side. So we're going to bend our knees, walk our feet in towards our hips, and we're going to release our legs to the left. Let your left leg lead, let your right leg follow, and just slide off those props. Catch yourself on your left side. Fetal position. And then take your time, slowly coming up. Let your head come up last. Okay. And then let's just move to, we'll do a tabletop and onto our bellies. It'll take us into our Shavasana. So go ahead and come onto your hands and your knees. If you want a little extra support, you could put your blanket underneath your knees. A little extra cushion, small pillow works too. And then you're going to just bring your hands underneath your shoulders. Now, if any of you are experiencing any wrist discomfort, you might roll up the front of your mat, or if you have a towel nearby, you could, some people like to have their finger pads on the rolled up part of your mat to kind of stretch out the wrist. Others want that wrist support and let the finger pads, heels of hands go on the rolled up part of your mat, your finger pads on the ground. So whatever feels best to you. Okay. We need to glance at your inner elbows. And then just make sure your inner elbow creases are facing each other. Your toes could be tucked or extended. As we move the spine, you might shift them. All right, and then we're going to just start to gently send your hips back and reach the heart forward, looking past the tip of the nose. And then exhale, try to lift the tightest part of your spine to the sky. Just let it open. You exhale out. And again, inhale, hips back, heart forward. Exhale, rounding. And let's just do a few more. So if this pace feels slow, you're welcome to go quicker. And you might even feel like it feels really good to just stay and breathe with the spine in one direction for a few rounds of breath. So just take your time. And then it could also feel nice to add a little wagging from side to side until and then we can just stretch out our spine when you feel complete. And we're going to come onto our belly. So if you rolled up that mat, go ahead and unroll it. If you have that blanket underneath you, it could feel nice if you want a little support for your belly and your chest to place the blanket underneath you, although not required. We're going to do a Nadarajasana stretch. So if the hand doesn't quite touch the foot, you might want to have a strap, or you could just hold onto your pant leg if that's not available. But we're going to start with bending the right knee. And to catch the foot a little easier, you could roll onto your left side, grab the foot or maybe pant leg, and then roll onto your belly. So, supported dancer's pose. Another posture for transformation. You can keep your forehead on the ground or use your left forearm as a pillow. And you just want to relax the belly into the ground, specifically that space between your pubic bone and your navel. And as you relax that space between pubic bone and navel to the ground, you can feel your tailbone stretch to your left inner heel. Just notice anywhere else in the body you can soften. Coming back to the breath and connecting the tip of the tongue to the roof of the mouth. And when you're ready, just release that right leg. You might shake out the legs, wiggle the hips. We'll try for the second side. So bend the left knee. If you'd like to roll back onto that right side, go for it. We can come back onto the belly, holding that left foot or pant leg. Maybe you create that pillow with your right forearm. And breathing into that space between the navel and the pubic bone. Right, and then when you're ready, just gently release that left leg down, shake it up. Let's do a windshield wiper leg. So you're gonna cactus arms, you're gonna bend the elbows, and your palms face down, bring your feet up. We're gonna exhale, drop our feet to the left and look to the right. Inhale, center, feet right, look left. Do one more each side. Inhale, center, exhale, release. Inhale, center, exhale, release. Feet stay right. Reach your right arm forward and just roll to your right side, tucking your knees in, curling like a ball. And then when you're ready, use your hands and slowly lift yourself up to seated. Let your head come up last. Okay, and then we're going to just set any blanket to the side that you might be using. Okay, and actually just do one twist before we go into Shavasana, so just changing up a little bit. So go ahead and come onto your back. And you can have your knees bent up towards the sky, your soles of your feet on the ground. And you might bring a hand over your heart and a hand over your belly button. Take a moment just to check in your breath in your lower body and your upper body. You can also feel as if you had another set of hands holding your back on the same points, breathing into those points as well. Again, any energy that you feel is coming up, maybe just soften, relax it, let it go. Let's do 2 more breaths here. Okay, now what we're gonna do next is we're gonna extend our right leg up towards the sky. So when you're ready, inhale, reach your right leg up towards the sky. And you can hold on to your right hamstring, or maybe just keep that right leg reaching up towards the sky. And then we can rotate that right ankle a couple times each direction. Okay, and then let's cross the right leg over the left. We'll just do an eagle twist, just very gently. Hands can stay outside the hips. Just exhale, bring your knees to the left. And we want to keep both shoulder blades on the ground. So if the knees don't go all the way down to the ground, that's okay. But rather than reaching the arms overhead, let's just keep the hands by the hips or reaching towards the mat. And let's just try a couple more breaths there. You can gently move your head from side to side, just gently massaging out the back of the head, the base of the skull. Okay, and then when you're ready, just inhale, roll back onto your back, and we're gonna go to the other side. So step your right foot into the mat. Inhale, extend your left leg up. You can rotate your left ankle. Maybe you're holding the hamstring as you do. Feel that hamstring stretch, and then let's cross the left leg over the right for eagle twist. Let your knees drop over to the right, spinal twisting here. And you just want to keep those, that back relaxed down to the mat. And maybe you move your head from side to side, massaging out. Okay, and then from here, we're gonna inhale, roll back onto the back again. Uncross those legs. And then just check in, is there anything else you're needing for your body? Some of us might just extend the legs out along the mat. If you're wanting to cover up, this can be nice. Sometimes this point in practice, the body temperature has dropped. So just putting a cover over you could feel nice, especially over the center of gravity, the hips and lower belly. If any of you are feeling that you need an inversion or to bring the legs up more again, I would recommend going to a wall space, and I'll just show that. Or if you don't have a blank wall space, you could do couch or chair. Just let the knees bend. But you have a pillow to put underneath you, great, but this is legs up the wall. This is an excellent, especially if any of you during this transition time are having a challenging time sleeping. This can be very helpful as Asana Sutta. Viparita Karani can be very helpful for balancing that out. So however you're choosing to close your practice, those of you that put your legs up, if your legs start to tingle or feel numb, you might you can shift around. But let's just start to slow down our breath again. Just feeling that inhale through the nose. Exhale out the nose and the mouth. And with the parts of your body that are connected to the ground, we'll call them our anchor points. Just feel them, send some breath into them. And then as you bring your awareness to the center of the brain, you could see a color there. It could be a color that brings you joy. Maybe it's a color that feels like healing. And then allow yourself to take 6 steps back from that center of the brain point and just observe. Notice anything shifts. That could feel good. Others might want to take 6 more steps back. Just notice how your body responds and receives. And just let yourself rest here Shavasana. Just feeling your body resting, receiving. Receiving in this space of stillness. Space of the solstice. Just feeling for any new sensation, new awareness you might have received in your practice today. Just read it in your toolbox as information. Just knowing it was received. You're ready to move. Start with your breath, feeling that breath draw in and out. As you breathe, you could say, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, body. Thank you, body, for giving me another day to have this human experience. Thank you, planet. Thank you, planet, for another opportunity to live here and experience this life and all the things, challenges, lessons, wisdom, bliss, all of it. To feel, permission to feel. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Take your time to slowly move again, moving like you're moving through water. Maybe you want to feel like you're moving through air. What does that feel like as we shift into that element this weekend? And then just slowly roll to your right side again, to that posture, that asana of new beginnings, how we all came into this life in this position. We were in it for many months, most of us. Feel your heart, that first part of you that showed up in this life to let others know you were alive. And remembering that is you. Take your time slowly coming up to seated. Bring the hands together once more in front of the heart. If you want to move them around to that kriya we did where we connected belly, heart, third eye, you're welcome to as we close with the mantra. Mantras Loka Samasta Sukhino Bhavantu. May all beings everywhere be happy, be healthy, be free, including myself. May my own actions support that happiness, that health, that freedom for all. Peace. Peace within myself. Seeking that, remembering that first. Offering peace to each other, to the challenges, to where it's needed most. Strength, compassion, and courage. Clarity, honesty, and truth. Honest and true to self. Reminding anything that's being triggered or brought up within me that maybe that's just an opportunity to grow. Loka samasta sukhino bhavantu. If you know it, sing it or just follow along. Join in when you can. Loka samasta sukhino bhavantu. Once more, that first part. Loka samasta. Feel it in your heart. Sukhino bhavantu. Practice Shanti for peace. Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. Once more. Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. Thanking the teachers, all the yogis that came before us, our ancestors, our elders, our archangels, our masters, our teachers, our loved ones, the celestial guides, the seen and the unseen, Mother Earth, nature, our own fellow soul brothers, soul sisters. Om. Wishing you all beautiful reflection, beautiful transformation, beautiful transition as we shift into this new world together. We're already living it. Just breathe into it. It's not what the physical eyes are seeing. What are you seeking to create? The soil is fertile. Plant your seeds. Thank you for sharing your practice. Namaste.
Thank you.